Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about Immortal, brand new album, Northern Chaos Gods. The band's 9th studio album comes out July 6th on Nuclear Blast. It has 8 tracks, and it's 43 minutes in length. Now, for those of you that know me, that listen to my album reviews or watch our reaction videos, you will know that I'm not a huge fan of black metal. So you might even be surprised that I'm doing an album review on a black metal album. But after we did the reaction video for Northern Chaos Gods, I was really excited about the opportunity to check out this record and see what the album had in store. It did not disappoint me. This album absolutely blew me away. This album was like a virus that just gets a hold of you and it just spreads and keeps growing. With every single time that I listen to this record, and I think I've listened to this record about 10 times in a day and a half, I haven't been able to listen to anything else because every single time I listen to this record, I discover a new nuance, I discover a new riff, I discover a new bass line, I discover a new drum piece that I didn't pay attention to before. There is something there every single time that you listen to the album. It's almost like it's like something gets added every single time you listen to it, even though it's been there from the beginning. You just with one discovery, it lends itself for you to find another piece and another piece and another piece and so forth. It's just really well done, really well put together. The structure of the album really lends to that. And this is just a classic record all around. I really enjoyed this album. It has a lot of aggression. It has a lot of violence. It has a lot of dark elements to it, but there's also a lot of melody to it. The best way I can describe this album is this album has a very cinematic vibe to it. It really feels like you're being transported. When you put your headphones on to listen to the record, it feels like you're putting a VR helmet and you're being transported to the mind of the singer. And you're watching the story unfold through his eyes. Through his eyes, you're seeing his world. And it's a really cool experience because you really get transported into the music and into the storytelling through this record. And the lyrics are there to tell you the story, but the music really sets the tone of that storytelling. It's incredible how the music plays such a key part, is such a key element in the storytelling aspect of the lyrics. The lyrics are important because they're the meat and bones of that storytelling, but the music is the soundtrack of that. And the music in this record is so wide in terms of what it encompasses that it really gives you a cinematic vibe. It really gives you that sense of something larger than yourself, and you're just being a guest in it. You're just a guest that is there to take it all in, to see it all, and just let it all sink in, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to see it, understand it, allow it to flow through you, and that's it. It really has that overall vibe to it. I really also like the guitar work in this record because it really alternates from a pure aggression to the more melodic side of things. And that's a really cool dynamic because you get that from song to song, but then in some songs you also get both aspects. You get the more aggressive guitar and then you get the more melodic guitar. Almost like two worlds at struggle with each other. And the way they use those guitars and even the drumming to a certain extent on this record, it really lends itself to that storytelling aspect because that allows them to better tell the story through the music by using the guitars to really set the tempos and set the stage for what the lyrics are all about. Incredible work. I'm really blown away with how much I've enjoyed this record. I'm amazed with how good it is. Now, as far as favorite songs are concerned, obviously I always pick 3 songs. It's really hard for me to narrow down to 3 songs because I honestly enjoyed the album as a whole. This is one of those albums that you really have to listen to from song 1 to song 8 to really get the full essence and the full experience of the album. If you start breaking down into songs, I think something is going to get lost in translation, and I think you're overall going to be losing a little bit of that cinematic vibe that this album really has to offer. But if you have to pick 3 songs, to me, these are 3 that better illustrate the album, that also give you a little bit of a difference from song to song, so you get an overall look at how this album really feels as far as the structure is concerned. First off, I'm going to start with Northern Chaos Gods. This was the first single from the record. It's the first song on the album. Absolutely brutal. It's a brutal and aggressive song that really introduces the record. I really like the fact that they put this as your first song because it's a really kicking in the doors and letting you know that the Northern Chaos Gods are here. It was really perfect. First single, first song on the album. I really like that, and it's a pure black metal, aggressive, dark and violent song. I really enjoyed it. And it really fits the lyrics as well. It really fits the lyrics as well. Now, a second song that I have to mention is Gates of Blashyrkh. This song to me is very unique. It still has some of the same features that you get from Northern Chaos God in terms of the aggression and in terms of the violence, but this song has a little bit of a difference. This song to me is broken down into two. This song, like every song on this album, really paints a picture with its music and with its lyrics. And they have a break in the song in the middle where you just get a really cool guitar melody with the singer just singing along to that melody, very mellowed out, very slow, almost as if the song was coming to an end. But you feel like it's not coming to an end, you feel like it's actually building towards something. And then after that, you get a super heavy guitar riff with drums in the background that just takes the song to a whole new level. Later on down the song, it picks up the same riff that the song starts with. So I really feel that this song, like all the songs, really paint a picture. It paints a picture of how would it be for you to reach those gates. Then that slower part in the middle is that anticipation of what's going to happen once you get to the gates and the gates perhaps open. And then once the gates open, you have that pure guitar aggression and drumming that just comes from it, and it just hits you like a brick wall. So it would be the equivalent of the gates opening and this horde just running through those gates. They really are able with this record, and this song is a pure example of that, they're really able with this record to use music and different musical elements within their songs mixed in with the lyrics to really paint a vivid picture of what the story is. And that's incredible. This song is a perfect example of that. My favorite song of the album is Where Mountains Rise. Absolutely incredible song. This song breaks the album into two, if you will, because this is a more melodic song, but it really has its place. It really feels that it's in the perfect spot as far as the storytelling aspect is. First of all, let me tell you, it starts off with a guitar melody that's almost an acoustic guitar. It's not acoustic, but it almost feels like an acoustic guitar start. And that's a really cool and different melody that you don't hear in any other song of the record. That style you don't get at any other song. So you get that start, but you immediately feel like this is building towards something. Almost like at a horror movie when you're going down the basement because you hear a noise and you start hearing that music in the background, you immediately know something is going to happen to that person. That's how this song really feels. It really feels that mellowed out start is just building towards something. And that something is not necessarily aggression, but it's more melody. The guitar riff, the melody of the guitar riff in this song is perhaps, in my opinion, the most melodic of the whole album. There's no song on this album as melodic as this song, as beautiful as this song, while still keeping its dark and violent and aggressive elements to it. It's still a black metal song to its core. It just has a little bit of sprinkle of melody into it. And when you add that melody of the guitar to the aggression of the drums and of his vocals, you just have a song that it's packed with emotion to give you that piece of the story that's so important. It's really a cool blend of elements. That guitar intro, the more melodic riff, and then you get the aggression on the other side from the drums and the vocals. So it is a very cool counterbalance that really works in order to give you a lot of melancholy and darkness and despair to the song. Absolutely beautiful song, my favorite song on the record. This is it. This is Immortal, Northern Chaos Gods, 9th studio album, out July 6th. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on the album, your favorite songs. I will be reading your comments. Please leave your comments below. I'll be reading your comments and replying back. Take care, guys.